Are you looking for the best all-in-one printer? In this video we will look at some of the 6 best all-in-one printer on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Brother MFCJ 4335DW Investment Tank All-in-One Printer. The Brother MFCJ 4335DW offers everything you need in a 4-function AIO for light-duty use, and it stands out for its combination of performance, price, and running cost. The 150-sheet tray will let you to print up to roughly 600 sheets per month without having to refill it more often than about once a week, while auto-duplexing and a bypass tray to feed single sheets add convenience. The combination of a low initial price and low ink cost also means you don't have to print much before the savings makes the total cost of ownership lower than for most less expensive printers. Paper handling for scanning is typical for the price, with a flatbed plus a 20-page ADF for simplex, one-sided, scanning it up to legal size. Most important, the MFCJ 4335DW delivered good speed on our tests for the price and more than acceptable output quality for most business and home use. The small size, just 8.1 by 18.1 by 13.2 inches, HWD, makes the MFCJ 4335DW a particularly good fit in a smaller home office where space is tight, or as a personal printer in a larger office. Its one important limitation is that the only way to scan both sides of a page is to scan each side manually, so you'll need to look elsewhere if you need to scan multi-page, duplex, two-sided documents very often. But for one-sided scanning, coping, and faxing, as well as low-cost printing at up to 600 pages per month, the MFCJ 4335DW will be hard to beat. Number 2. Brother MFCL 3780CDW Wireless Digital Color All-in-One Printer. The Brother MFCL 3780CDW offers excellent output quality with relatively low print costs, making it our top recommendation for a color laser all-in-one printer for home or small offices. It prints, scans, copies, and faxes at a relatively fast speed, and its competitive toner costs mean it could have a lower total cost of ownership than many competitors, depending on how much you print. The image quality of the prints, copies, and scans is excellent. And it has loads of wireless options, including NFC. The main potential drawback is its modest 30-sheet multipurpose tray, which could be limiting if you print often on envelopes, labels, or glossy paper. Small or home offices who need excellent quality from an all-in-one printer without appending their budgets should put the MFCL 3780CDW at the top of their lists. Number 3. Canon MegaTank GX4020 All-in-One Wireless SuperTank Printer. If you need a 4-function AIO for a small office or home office, it's easy to find less expensive ink cartridge-based models with similar speed, output quality, and features as the Canon Maxify GX4020. But for offices that print enough for cost per page to be a major consideration, the savings in initial cost for those printers can quickly be eaten up by ink costs. With the GX4020's running cost of 0.1 cent per mono page and 0.9 cent per color page, it doesn't take many pages per month to hit the break-even point. The GX4020 also offers a solid feature set, including 250-sheet front drawer and a 100-sheet tray at the top rear of the printer, which makes it easy to add or switch paper types. Finally, you can count on text and graphics output quality that's just short of top tier for business inkjets. The GX4020 is an excellent choice for small offices and home offices, offering better paper handling than our previous top pick, the Epson Workforce STC 4100, at only a slightly slower speed. It's a sterling pick, especially if you expect to print enough for the running cost to save money on the total ownership cost. Number 4. Epson EcoTank Photo ET 8500 Wireless Color All-in-One SuperTank Printer. Printing photos at home can quickly get expensive. It's an issue the Epson EcoTank Photo ET 8500 addresses head-on, slashing costs courtesy of its tank design and low-cost ink. Epson says the ink cost for a borderless 4 by 6-inch photo is 4 cents, roughly 1/10 the cost for an otherwise equivalent cartridge-based printer. Over the ET 8500's lifetime, you can easily save enough to cover the full price of the printer. The 6-color ink system is another key feature, adding photo black and gray to the usual cyan, yellow, magenta, and black. The extra inks help deliver good color accuracy and subtle gradations for both color and grayscale photos as large as a borderless 8.5 by 11 inches. Paper capacity in the front trays is suitable for printing more than 80 small format photos and 400 sheets of plain paper per month while holding paper refills to once a week on average. An additional 50-page rear tray also makes it easy to add or switch to different papers, and the printer can even handle printable CDs. I/O functions beyond printing are limited to copying and scanning using a letter-size flatbed. The ET8500's low running cost makes it the printer of choice for anyone who wants to print lots of high-quality photos and winces at the thought of how much they would have to pay for the privilege of constantly changing ink cartridges with a less expensive printer. Others may consider it worth the high initial cost just to avoid the annoyance of 6 individual cartridges running out of ink, each on its own schedule. Keep in mind as well that the ET8500 can also serve as a standard home printer with a low running cost for anything from printing recipes or homework to light-duty home office needs. Number 5. Epson EcoTank Photo ET8550 Wireless Wide Format All-in-One. The Epson EcoTank Photo ET8550 offers all the same strong points as the ET8500 does, including low-cost ink in bottles that brings the ink cost for a 4x6-inch borderless photo to about 4 cents each. It has the same 6-color ink system, and it offers the same high level of photo quality, delivering good color accuracy and holding subtle gradations. It can also handle all the same non-photo printing most families need, and it even offers the same paper capacities. Where it differs is the size paper it can print on. Instead of being limited to a maximum legal size paper, it can handle sheets as large as super tabloid size. This lets it print 13 by 19-inch borderless photos, a trick that's easily enough to make it worth its higher price. It also has a slightly larger maximum scan and copy size, offering a legal size flatbed. For anyone who needs to print large photos, the step up from the ET8500 to a bigger paper size is a big deal. The ET8550 is currently the only tabloid or super tabloid size printer in its price range that combines a focus on printing high-quality photos with the low running cost that comes from a tank-based design. It's also the only AIO with a focus on photos. In short, whether you want large, high-quality photos at a low print cost or want an AIO that can give you large, high-quality photos regardless of ink cost, the ET8550 is the printer you want. Number 6. HP Officejet 250 All-in-One Portable Printer. The HP Officejet 250 All-in-One printer impressed us enough as a portable printer to earn an Editor's Choice Award when we reviewed it, but its ability to scan and copy as well as print was only one reason why. Along with typical text quality for an inkjet, it delivers slightly above par graphics and photos, and it also came in faster on our tests than most print-only portables. And while it lacks duplex, two-sided, printing, like all the single-function competition we've seen, it offers manual duplexing, which prints one side of a stack of pages, waits for you to flip the stack over and reinsert it in the 50-page ADF, and then prints the other side. The Simplex, single-sided, scanner offers its own 10-sheet ADF for scanning and copying. Connection choices include USB, Wi-Fi, and Wi-Fi Direct, which lets you print from iOS and Android phones and tablets as well as PCs. If you need to scan documents, including for copying, as well as print them while on the go, the Officejet 250 is obviously of interest. Even within those requirements, however, it's not for everyone. Keep in mind that if you only occasionally need to print and scan on the same trip, you could be better off with a separate printer and scanner, which would let you carry just the one you need at any given time. But if you usually need both scanning and printing, or can't predict which one you'll need when, the Officejet 250 will be less cumbersome to set up. Plus, it might be lighter than the combined weight of two separate devices.